Live. Okay, we are live, Dionne. It is so much more fun to go live with a friend.
It is.
I am here with one of the people that I love dearly, Dionne Woods from the Turquoise Iris. We are streaming from my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and I'm bringing a special guest. And let me tell you, Dionne, I couldn't even eat breakfast or lunch today because it made me so anxiety ridden. It's like I've been in front of the camera, but whenever I try to do something new with technology, I just get all Twitter pated. And, I don't know. It takes courage to do new things. It really does. But I feel like that anxiety and those butterflies were happening for a reason, to remind me why people are maybe hesitant to start a YouTube channel or to go live on Facebook or Instagram. It's like God was just kind of, giving me a reminder of what it felt like before I started my YouTube channel and how overwhelming it can be. I see a bunch of people on here right now. So that is why we're here, to talk about those things that make you so nervous and afraid and make you not want to eat your lunch. Those are the very things that you should be doing that will help you get those dreams accomplished that you have in your heart. So I am going to let Dionne talk a little bit about her experience with getting in front of the camera, how it's changed your business, and what we are going to offer at Video Bootcamp, because we've created this amazing event to help people like you, something that I wish I would have had when I was getting started with YouTube. So Dionne is going to be one of the special guests at Video Bootcamp. You're going to be talking about Facebook Live and streaming on multiple platforms. So I'm just going to let you take it from there, Dionne.
Absolutely, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today with Debbie. She was super nervous, and I'm not going to lie to you, girl. I do this daily, but your nervousness trickled over to me because I'm like,
oh no.
My friend is nervous. I got to fix it. I got to calm her nerves. So I'm like, secretly going, let's do this thing. But it trickles down. So I just want to say that I think that was a good reminder, Debbie, because of what you're trying to teach and trying to really convey to people, that even though you do lives and even though you know how to turn on the camera and edit and do all of these things, you still get nerves when you do something new. It feels foreign. It feels scary. It feels like we're walking into a public building and everybody looks immediately at you. And you're like, am I performing here? Or
yes,
it's very scary. So it's a good reminder, and that's exactly why Debbie wants to host this video boot camp for you guys, so we can take a little bit of that fear away. The best part of doing it is that you don't have to do it alone. You have literally somebody beside you to hold your hand. You literally have somebody beside you that's like, step 1, step 2, step 3. Now you get to personalize that, which makes it all you, your own style, your own video, how you go live. It's a thing when I come on, I'm like, hey, y'all. I don't say, hey, y'all. Cristy says, hey, y'all. I come on and say, hey, guys. Like, that's my thing. Hey, guys. I know Kelly Weiler, she gets on and says, hey, gang. She calls everybody gang, which I'm like, I'm in the Weiler gang.
Yes.
So going live for me was something that was encouraged to me by my business coach what seems like many years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. But she told me, if you want to make this happen, you need to go live. And I'm just that type of person that says, I'm paying for this group. I'm just going to do what she says. But were my armpits sweaty? And did I want to cry? And did I not eat? All of those things were so true for me. But I instantly started connecting with people online, and they started commenting and they started saying, wow, I've always wondered how you did that, or can you show me that again? And I'm like, okay, I can show you this again. And that was kind of fun. And and I would run into Matt and I would say, don't ask me to do anything or to cook anything or to clean anything, because I just went live. Like, I'm done for the day. I'm like, I used to reward myself with a brownie, occasional glass of wine, and then I was like done for the day. But then it started to get a little easier. It's kind of like you start forming these habits, and then you start finding people popping on that say, We're so glad you're here. Thank you for doing this. And then it starts to become something that is not just important to your business, but it kind of became important to me personally. And I started making connections. My sales started to increase. My social media platforms all started growing. And all I had to do was to push play. It's never easy, guys. I was just nervous just now because I was hoping everything would go easy for Debbie. And so I started getting the jitters. I wanted everything to run smoothly. So I even get that 5-6 years later, the jitters will be there. But when you learn something new, you are reminded that life has so much to offer, and that all of a sudden you get to learn something new. You get to experience things. And it was just, I said, Debbie, but think about this, where you're learning something new, like when you first did your video and when you first posted your first painting. And you both, right? All of that was new stuff. And so it's kind of exciting. It's been an exciting summer. So all of that to say that when I'm there at DIY a Go-Go September 7th through the 10th, I'm not sure what day my actual class is, but I hope that I can teach you some basics about how to look at the camera. Something as simple as what to click. We're going to go over that.
I know, like if you just look at it, Dionne is the master of live video. I like my go-to and my favorite thing to do is edited video. And I feel like I know that, I'm comfortable with that. But just looking at our split screen, like Dionne's got the lighting really well. She looks so beautiful. Mine needs a little bit of work. So like those kind of things I think really make a difference when you see yourself back in the camera and you feel like you're putting your best foot forward. So that's just one thing you're going to talk about. But you also stream on multiple platforms, yeah? And you are doing those TikToks and the Instagram reels and Pinterest videos. Like I see your sweet face all over the place. The other day I saw you like putting flowers in a vase with lovely music. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could look polished and flowery. So we're going to be going over many types of video, yes?
Yes, absolutely. I want to make a reel with each one of you that come. My plan is that we can, each one of you have some time with me so we can find out what you want to do, what you want to say. We'll pick music together. Real Instagram has come out with the fact that they are no longer going to be a photo sharing platform. They are really focused on videos. So can you give me 15 seconds? 15 seconds of video. And that can really catapult your business on Instagram. And so recently in my group, I was just explaining a different way that you can use Instagram for your business. So there's one way to look at it. There are different ways. And I want to go over all of that with you where it doesn't have to be quite as complicated. Because like Debbie said, all I did was turn my camera on while I was arranging flowers and turned on music. And you know what, Debbie, Matt goes, can I ask what the purpose of this video is? And I was like, really? I don't know, because I wanted to do it. I was like, I don't know. But in the other end, it was like, it's very simple. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have to talk. But when you combine something like that you love, that kind of represents your brand, turn on a fun song, it had 10,000 views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've seen our Instagram page grow with the we've been making. And sometimes it's not necessarily selling a product or teaching anything. It's just bringing people into your life and connecting with them. And for me, when I clicked on that beautiful video at the end of my long, hard day, it was like taking a little vacation into Dionne's wonderland. And it was like, oh, that's so pretty and calming. And I just really enjoyed it for just the purpose of enjoying things.
Yeah, it was just 30 seconds. And I want to show you all how you can do that as well. When I was at Debbie's store and we were doing our workshop last month, she had already set the ambiance in the back of her studio there in her patio. And so right before we had our guests come in, I just filmed myself walking through slowly at a good speed and looked at all the highlights. I put a fun song behind that, and that video is killing it on Pinterest. 30 seconds. And all it's doing is setting like a tone for my brand. And so it all is kind of like umbrellaed underneath my own brand. But guys, you can tell a story even in 30 seconds. So Debbie's going to tell you all of the edited video and how you can sell your products and sell everything out of your brick and mortar and sell in your online shop just by doing that video, really broadening your audience through across the board. But I want to talk to you about Facebook Lives. I want to talk to you about Instagram stories and Instagram Reels. I saw a question down here. What I said about Instagram was they announced 2 weeks ago that they are no longer going to be concentrated on photo sharing, which just means posting. They've got Instagram Reels, they have IGTV, and they have Instagram Stories. They want to compete with TikTok and they want to compete with YouTube Shorts. I've been taking one video from Reels, putting it on TikTok, putting it on YouTube Shorts, which they only give me 15 seconds. But it's helped drive traffic to my YouTube channel because it gives your YouTube subscribers a little clip about what you're going to do. And then you can tell them to go watch the long video coming next week.
It's like a trailer. So for me, I'm running this brick and mortar. I've got all these things on my to-do list every single day. And just hearing that, it's like, oh my gosh, it's all I can do to get a video out on YouTube. Now I have to do this. But what we are attempting to do at Video Bootcamp is show you how to take the same content and kind of customize it for all these different platforms. So how to make a trailer of your YouTube video and use that as a short or a Pinterest, what are they calling them? Pinterest
ideas.
Yes. And Instagram Reels, so that you can get across all those platforms and work smarter and not harder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're doing the same project, but if you think, okay, I'm going to just do a short couple of videos and I'll have this for later, and then I'm going to do longer videos, and then having all of that there, you don't have to have everything planned out. But what I'll do is I will do them on my own page. We'll walk together through it, and then we'll go and I'll say, okay, now I'm going to go post to Pinterest. This is how I do it. And so just giving you the knowledge, you can even record me doing that. You can literally turn on your recorder, watch me do all of this, your phone, and watch me do all of those things. The main thing I want you to know is we're going to make it super casual, very basic, and then I am going to literally hold your hand through each one of you trying to do a short little Reels on Instagram, and then we will all go live at the same time. If her broadband can hold that, I don't know, but I want to make sure that when you leave there, that we've gone live, but I've been right there beside you, and I want to show you how to do Instagram Reels, because right now Instagram is pushing that more than anything else, and I want you all to take advantage of that too.
So this is a 4-day boot camp, and when you leave, you will have a completed YouTube video and all these other short format videos. And the purpose of it is because video, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things to learn, and you can really spend a lot of time working on something and not have it get the results that you want. It's a shame to put out so much effort and not know the tricks and the way each platform works to get those results. So that's kind of the area where I come in, and Dionne is a specialist in Facebook and all these other platforms. Dionne, can you share with us when you did your first Facebook Live, and how your channel and your business has changed as a result of turning that camera on for the first time? Like, where would you be now had you never gone live?
Well, sister, I don't think you would know me. For one thing, I don't know if you would know me and all of these lovely peeps on here right now. I don't know the ones that do know me. I don't know that they would know me. I think that going live, as scary as it was for this introverted, shy girl, opened up this whole new world of, hey, I don't have a brick and mortar, guys. I never have. Almost 12 years of business, and I've never had a brick and mortar. But this is my front door to you. This is my, hey, here's what I am. Here's what I have to offer. Let's talk. Let's get to know one another. So I now have 3 membership groups, which are coaching groups, where I teach, I create, I encourage, we strategize. I have one-on-one coaching calls. So that has opened up a know, like, and trust factor. When I just tell you guys what's going on, I'm going to move this around. You guys know my dog. You guys know my kids. You guys know my guy, my Mr. #MoreMatt. And so I just feel like going live has built up a trust factor that I don't think I would have had I not. I mean, just posting pictures is one thing, and I can post videos too. But right now, like if my son were to come in and say, "Hey mom, can I have money?" and me go, "Hold on, I'm on a live." I mean, that's real life. That's
Yes.
so you understand that I'm mom first every single day of the week, right? So you understand more about what I'm doing, and then I think it takes away the, oh, but that's just her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just me, and this is just me sitting in my studio with my dirty dog, and like, it's very basic when I'm able just to talk about it with you. So going live opened up a whole new world of friendships. I can travel to you, to an area near you, and I can have workshops, and we can meet in person. But there's something about, hey, you say hello, I hope you're having a good day. And I just think that I know for certain, Debbie, and I feel like you're the same too, my business would not be what it is right now without doing live video. And I will forever be grateful to Facebook for that.
Yes. Yeah. And do you know, and would you mind sharing like what your Facebook follower count was before you went live and what it is now in such a short time span? Because I think I met you through Facebook and started watching you, and it's been what, 4 years or 3 years since we have gotten to know each other and work together. 4 years.
It was 4 years ago in July in 2017 when we connected. And then it was September of 2017 when I taught my first workshop.
Yes.
So, but I had already been going live on my own page, the Turquoise Iris, for about a year. Debbie, I'd be totally guessing if I remembered what my stats were. I have 90,000 followers now.
Yeah, 90,000 followers, you guys. I think sometimes you got to pick like your main dish. Like for me, Facebook or YouTube is the steak and Facebook is a side dish. For Dionne, I would say that Facebook is probably your main, you don't eat steak, but it's like your salmon. And then YouTube is probably the side dish. Yes. So I watched her blow past me and just grow exponentially. And you're live every day on Facebook pretty much. Yes.
If I'm not on my page, I'm definitely in one of my memberships groups. Yes.
Yes.
Multiple times, sometimes 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And it's just a very powerful tool. And there are many ways to do video. And I think that finding the fit for you that you like is really important. And so that's what we're going to get into in Video Bootcamp. I promised Dionne that I wouldn't take up too much of her time because you have another appointment after this. So I'm going to bring up Canice and we're going to talk about what Video Bootcamp actually is and how you can attend. Okay. But thank you so much. And if you are not following Dionne, if you're one of the rare people out there that don't know who she is the Turquoise Iris. She is on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. She has a wonderful mentoring group, beautiful artwork, tutorials, and need to be following her. So click over to her YouTube channel if you're there, or Facebook. Follow her on all the things. You will not regret.
Thank you very much. You guys, I hope I get to meet you in person at this boot camp. If not, maybe some other time. But I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys in September. And I'll sign off. Everybody have a great day.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, my friend.
You betcha. Love you.
Love you too. Okay. I am going to bring up Canice. Hey, Canice.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay. This is Canice. She runs my Facebook social media for me on DIY Paint. She has a YouTube channel, Facebook page, all of the things. She is Canice Co. She has been helping me and assisting me with my brand for 4 years, 3 years. I'm not good with times. It all blurs together. When you're super busy like this, it's like, is it Friday or Tuesday or what day is it? I have a hard time. Like everything falls off the conveyor belt when you put too much on. So yeah, Canice, how long has it been? Like I met you at the very first boot camp.
Yes.
5 years ago.
I've ever done. That was actually 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Yep. And I started working for you in 2017, 4 years.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to chat with you. We had a video boot camp last spring, and I kind of just wanted to go over like the FAQs about what video boot camp is. I created this because when I first started my YouTube channel, it was a last ditch effort to save my shop. I have had a shop for 22 years now. Most of the time it's been in a location down the street from here. We recently moved to a 3,000 square foot store, and I had been in business for years, and it was just up and down, and I never knew if I was going to pay the rent. I saw something on the news talking about how YouTube can grow your business, and me, extremely not tech savvy, so shy. My mom used to tell me, Debbie, when the customers come in, you have to look them in the eye. And I struggled to look people in the eye. I was so shy and broke, totally broke. I poured every penny into my business. I had very little, like no $10 in my checking account most of the time. It would just come in and go out. And so YouTube for me, I don't think I would have ever started it if I wasn't trying to not sink and swim and save my business. So that is why I started it. And I started it in 2012. So all these years, I've kind of fumbled my way through it. And I wish that I had something like this to help other people. The power of YouTube video is, it's like the power tool. It's like building a house with power tools instead of a hammer and nails. And so that is why we have this. It's a 4-day event, and you can come in person. We have just 14 tickets for the in-person boot camp, or you can take the virtual boot camp online, and you leave with this YouTube video. And you also learn about going live on other platforms and creating short videos like Dionne was talking about. Canice is my organizational person. She makes sure that all the technology is working and that we stick to our schedule. Canice, do you want to talk about the last video boot camp, kind of maybe your favorite part and why you came to my first camp and have been coming for the last, like, we've had several different types of camps, but maybe share experience and you got out of it, what you think others can get out of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me to come on, Debbie. I love working with you and for you, and it has been a ride, I will say. So I met Debbie in 2015. The first couple of camps that we did were just for DIY retailers, and it was more product related and how to use the paint and things like that, and different products that we sell, the brushes. And then also we always have guest artists and manufacturers that come to our boot camps, and that's been true for all of them, including the video boot camp. So we've had the IOD sisters, of course, Dionne, Jamie and Zeb, Kelly Weiler. There's too many to mention, but that's always a fun thrill that you get when you go. But some of the things, so there's things that you sign up to learn that you know you're going to learn. And for this one, it's how to make a video. So a lot of people either don't know how to get in front of the camera and be comfortable, which I think most of us don't know.
Yes.
Actually, how to work the camera, how to get a good angle, how to get these great shots, how to editing. Every day, bring your tissue. Yeah.
And you can edit just from your phone now. Like you can come with your smartphone and start and make a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Melanie Whitaker when came and did help us with that aspect. So you're going to learn all those things, but some of the things that maybe you don't know that you're going to get are, number one, relationship. There's something special that happens when you are part of a small group of people that are all kind of after the same thing. We're all trying to grow and learn a new skill that we don't know how to do, or that we want to do better to help our businesses. And most of us are either sole proprietors or have a very small business, and maybe you have a couple of employees, but most people don't have like a gigantic business. So there's just there's this camaraderie that happens, and that's unexpected, and it's beautiful. And we kid around and we say, bring your tissues because you're going to cry at boot camp. It just happens. And we do become so close with one when we're there. And I've made relationships from the very first one in 2015 up until the one that we just did that I never would have had I not gone. And it's helpful to be able to call somebody or text somebody or talk to somebody after who you know knows what you're going through. And then the other thing that's unexpected that happens is that you grow and you become more courageous for having gone. Some people have never been on a plane. Some people have never gone to something by themselves. They go with their girlfriends, or they go with their husbands, or their friends, or whatever. They don't go by themselves, but a lot of us come by ourselves and all the way across the country. I'm actually in Delaware at the moment, so I couldn't be any further away from Encinitas, Delaware. I'm on the Atlantic and Debbie's on the Pacific, so we come from a far place, and that's a courageous thing to do. Just even the travel. How do you get from the airport to the hotel, and from the hotel to the event, and then how am I going to get around, and how am I going to get food, and all those things. We're all in the same boat together. Everybody kind of comes scared, and then you get there and you realize everybody else is scared too. And it's beautiful. These relationships that are built, the skills that you learn for your business, and also the growth that happens in you also gets put into your business.
Yes. I'm seeing a lot of comments come up, and I want to answer them, but it's hard because we have so much to talk about. But Rave Homesteading and Vintage Bee Design, which is Melissa Morrow, says she went from 1,000 subscribers to 4,500. She is one of the attendees from the last boot camp. We had 14 ladies here, and I find myself like, I'll be working back here on a quiet day, and I'm like, I want boot camp back. All those ladies. It's really encouraging experience to work together and meet like-minded people who are wanting to do the same thing, like you said. Girl Upcycled is saying, don't be afraid, ladies. You grow when you're uncomfortable. That is the truth. Melanie Mell is here, and she is so awesome. Oh my gosh. We have a compilation trailer of so when you come to boot camp, we give you a piece of furniture to paint, or a small, if you're not comfortable doing furniture. We have all these other projects, and we basically give you the supplies so you can create a DIY video. And so you have the first day to film and create, and we walk you through the filming process. And then you have a session in front of the camera with me where I'm coaching you as far as what to say. I see Ellen J. Goods on here, which I'm going to bring up right after Cristy Lunsford. And by the end of it, you have a finished video. We realized with the last camp that we actually needed one more day of editing because there's so much to that. Talk about real life. Levi's barking at the customers. Levi, stop. And we wanted to go over other things, like from the first camp, we didn't get into Instagram Reels, and Zeb and Jamie were here. They were talking about Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and we got into that. But I realized after the first one that I wanted to offer more. And so we really have a structure and a way for you to leave with all the tools that you need. And if you can't make it in person, we limit it to 14 because we really want you to get that hands-on, where we are there to help you troubleshoot when you get stuck on the computer, and have that coaching as far as what to say and how to do a voiceover. But if you can't come in person. We have online tickets too. So we stream everything that we're doing, and we create a private group so you can get your questions answered. So I am excited. You're going to be back out here, Canice, along with Dionne. I cannot wait to see you. This is going long, I thought. So I think the next person up is Cristy, and then we're going to end with Mara LaFay. So I'm going to wait to see Cristy's little icon pop up before I let go of you, Canice. Is there anything else you want to say before you sign off?
I just can't say enough about going to boot camp. And like I said, I've been to all of them, and they're all different, and there hasn't been one that hasn't lived up to the expectations, and then some. And I keep thinking, okay, when's it going to not be as great as the last? Because it's a new group of people, and we do have some people that come to both, but it's never all the same people, and it's not always the same material.
Yeah,
there's always something to learn. There's always growth. Always fun. Deb, most gracious host. So come see us and hang out with us in person. And don't get upset if I say, chop, chop, we got to get on to the next thing.
Keep us on schedule. She's really good and organized. Cece Carroll is asking, does the person coming have to be involved with crafts already when they come? No, you do not. As a matter of fact, my sister Janina was here, and she's a chef, and she originally was going to do a baking video. It's more about helping you share your personal message through video, whatever that may be. Background is in DIY and painting furniture, but it doesn't have to be that. Like Canice, you're very, like, you and I both love fashion, and I've always thought it would be fun to kind of like how to dress for your body type, but it could be anything. It's more about making that connection, creating a video, editing a video, and turning that content into content that will work for multiple platforms, because each platform has different rules that they want you to follow. And if you don't kind of play by their rules, then it doesn't go very far. I'm not seeing Cristy pop up. I don't know if she's having trouble getting on. Cristy, if you're watching, you would need, I see her in the comments there. You just need to click on the link now, Cristy, so that I can pull you up. If it's not working for you, you can try.
Yeah, I was going to say, click on the link, Cristy, and there's 3 little dots in the corner, I believe. And if you click on that, then it will ask you if you want to join. And you can also send a screen of what you see, and she can help you with that. But I think those spots.
Canice and I made a video together as a practice. I see Lynne from L&J Good, so I'm going to pull her up while Cristy figures this out. But Canice and I made a video together as a practice before boot camp started. Go click over to her YouTube channel, Canice Co, and you can see we painted a couch together. And she is also Canice Co on Facebook. You will adore her. So, all right, Canice, I'm going to say goodbye and pull up Lynne, and hopefully we'll get Cristy. Thank you. Okay. All right. I have Lynne Brundage from L&J Goods. How are you doing, Lynne? Oh, I think you're muted. Let's see. Is your microphone on? I can't hear you. Make sure your mic is on, because it doesn't say it's muted on my end. No, can't hear you. No. Let's see. Nope. There's always technology. Okay. Oh, is that you? Do I hear you? Oh, yay. All right. Now I see Cristy waiting. Cristy, if you could just hang tight, because I've got Lynne started and we got our microphone, and then I'll pull you up next. So just a little bit of shuffling. Okay. This is Lynne Brundage from L&J Goods. She has an amazing YouTube channel and Facebook page and tutorials and an awesome store on the East Coast. Lynne came to the last boot camp, and I would just love for you to share what your experience was like, maybe your favorite thing about it, and maybe share with someone who might be on the fence what it is how video has changed your business perhaps, and where you think you would be if you didn't do video.
That's a lot of questions.
I know, just a one quick question.
Well, after listening to you guys, first of all, I miss you all terribly. And Canice talking about, oh, you will cry when you come. Absolutely. I cried through my video. But it's a really emotional experience. I think just allowing yourself to be vulnerable and then be pulled out of that vulnerability with your kind of guidance to become something a little more powerful than you thought you were. So when the notice came up that you were doing the boot camp, I thought, well, I've been doing videos. I mean, why do I need to do this? But then I was like, but I really feel like I need to do this, but I already do videos. But so I was just so back and forth, and I didn't even talk to my husband or Megan about it. And finally it was like, I just thought I want to be there. It was literally like such a pull for me. And I presented it to my husband, and to Megan is my daughter, and she works with us. And maybe I thought they would say, maybe I thought they would confirm what I was thinking, but you already do video. Why do you need to go? And both of them immediately said, you need to go. So, because all I had been talking about was in 2021, really focusing more on YouTube, because I was seeing some changes happening in Facebook. Facebook's been very, very good to me. But I was beginning to see some changes that, and I thought, I don't want to be like totally like in bed with Facebook and not have another platform where I can share. That just made good business sense to me. So, and certainly you've confirmed that, and just by doing the video, and making that commitment, like I really try to push for every week to 10 days I am doing a video, and I gotta tell you what, it's hard work. I won't lie, it's hard work. Yes, it is. But it forced me to look at how I could readjust how I was spending my time, allowing other people to do some things that maybe I didn't need to do. Mm-hmm. And also, it ended up being, I completely lost my train of thought, Debbie.
The time commitment. Yeah.
The consistency of it is what you drilled home, and the editing was so good. It was so good for me, and I just started thinking, like, as hard as it is to do video, sometimes I started thinking, I'm 62 years old. It's a lot harder to haul around furniture all day. So yes. Doing that forever. So, yes. And I love teaching, and I mean, Miss Morrow is a rock star with like her subscriptions going up. It's awesome. I've gained probably over 1,000 in the last few months, which has been great. And the other interesting thing is that another thing that really struck me is when you talked about the video being live, evergreen, it's there forever. When I paint a piece of furniture here and it's out the door, I'll never see it again.
Right.
I mean, sometimes I do one that's really special and I ask for people to share custody with me, or at least visitation rights. But there's something really special about recording your process, and it's there. It's there.
Knowing that, like, I was looking at your channel yesterday because I actually did a channel review on you in my YouTube membership, because I have this video YouTube membership, and I was doing your channel as a review overall, and I was looking at your videos, and I know from looking at those and the way that they're growing that you know 3 years from now those videos are going to continue to grow and drive traffic to your YouTube channel. Like when you first post a video, especially when you're small, you may, oh yeah, I got to 1,000 views. A year from now, you could be at 20,000 views. You could be at 1 million views. I have a video from 9 years ago that's almost 2 million views. And so when you're struggling and you're like, this is taking so much of my time, keep in mind that it's an investment that will continue to pay off for you 7 years later, 8 years later.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what, Debbie? Anything that's worth anything is worth putting time into. And I mean, I've been in this shop for 8 years. I can tell you that if I only had to depend upon the people that walk through my door to keep us paying the bills. This is not a hobby. This is my retirement gig. My husband and I, this is what pays our bills. And so I also know it's important to have multiple revenue streams. I've always known that. And the interesting thing is, Megan was shipping the other day and she's like, what the heck? Why are we selling these vintage textures kits? Like all of a sudden we're just selling more of them. Mom, that was like over a year ago. I was like, I put it on YouTube.
Exactly. Like my stats on my website will show me 77% of all your traffic is coming from YouTube. It's really powerful.
Well, and Debbie, they are, and what I'm finding for me is the YouTubers are spending more time on my website than from any other source. They spend more actual time. And it has been a lovely thing to see those orders coming in and check where they came from and their first time. They're people that I didn't have before. And they're ordering for the first time. And it's interesting. I'm such a relational person. And the people that grab onto you and connect with you, man, they connect with you, and it's really a special thing.
It is a very special thing.
Yeah.
It's a very special thing. I see names pop up in my comment feed that have been there for 7 years.
Right.
It's very cool.
And we've all learned people will buy from who they know, like, and trust. And I cannot think of a better way to reach the number of people across this country than through video. That is the way that people can connect with you and get to know you and to like you and to trust you. And they will buy.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Well, Lynne, I miss your face. I know that you're going to be on the West Coast just 8 hours from me. And I am so close yet so far.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's really exciting. So, we'll be out there next week for a couple of days in Sacramento doing a workshop there, teaching a workshop.
That is awesome. You guys follow LNJ Goods on her YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Yes. She has a website too, a beautiful store. You need to follow this lady. I get so much inspiration from her. I copy you a lot, actually. All right. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much. I just want to come and hang out with you guys in September.
I know. Come.
You guys go. You will never regret it. I'm telling you, it's like going to the dentist or going to church. When you fence, it's like once you do it, you never regret it.
Okay. Going to the dentist. I don't know about that one. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, next up, I have Miss Cristy Lunsford is here from
Hey, y'all.
Grana's Vintage Nest. You are sitting in front of some gorgeous painting with happy little grass blades.
Yes, little happy grass blades.
Okay, I have a quick story to tell you guys. This is Cristy from Grana's Vintage Nest. She was a follower on my YouTube channel, and she started making these YouTube, not even YouTube videos, not even live videos on Facebook. They were just these quick little videos she'd make on her phone, and she'd start posting them in the group that we have for Debbie's Design Diary on Facebook. And I saw one of her quick little videos during COVID, and oh my gosh, she made me laugh when I was feeling stressed out and sad and worried. And I'm like, who is this lady? But you just came in, you started playing the piano and singing to people, and you're going to see, I'm going to let her talk in a second. You have just such a way. And the other day she sent me a little private video, and I sent it to my sister. I'm like, look at this. I just was like, I woke up to it or something. I was like feeling down again, and you just made me laugh, Cristy.
Aww.
And that's the power of video. Like, if you can get to the point where you can be the person you are around your family and your friends, and we all have unique ways of connecting with people, it makes you want to jump through the screen and hug you. I see your face there. So I started saying to Cristy, you should be on YouTube. You need to make a YouTube channel. People need to know who you are. She's one of those people that are just a natural. I'm not. I struggle with being in front of the camera. Like I said, I'm super introverted. But this lady, I'm just going to let you talk and maybe tell your story about what happened this week with the video that you made, and how you started with videos and where you are now, and what boot camp was like for you.
Well, first of all, I'm so thankful and grateful that you asked me to be a part of this. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't like lives at all. But I feel like I'm just sitting up here doing this, But, the video thing, during COVID, the story, I found you on YouTube and started watching you, and you did your little dance, and you were so cute. And I started watching, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I love what she's doing to this furniture. I fell in love with the wedding cake dresser, and that's kind of what got me started. I think I ordered my first paint from Susan with the Withered Barn, and during the middle of COVID, it was a bad deal. I was sneaking around buying paint, and wasn't sure where my husband was going to keep his job or not, but I'm buying paint. And first little thing I'd done, I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be cool, Cheyenne, if I got Debbie's attention, this Debbie Beard lady, and I sent this to her. And I remember emailing it and thinking, she'll look at it, and she didn't have a clue. She didn't look at it. So I just kind of started making these little videos, and I don't mind making the videos because I feel like I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to my family, and this is the way I am with my family. So I don't know, that was just a funny thing that I was doing. And I had a little YouTube channel out there. It had nobody hardly on it. I'd posted a song or two, and I'd always sing. And I started posting those little funny videos. I don't know, they've turned into shorts now on YouTube. They've actually put them in the short version. I'm like, well, that's cool, And I don't know, you asked me, could you share that in the retailer group? And I was like, oh my gosh, Debbie Beard just wants to share my video. So I was so excited about that. And then the very first time I met you was in McKinney, and I just fell in love with your personality, and you're just a precious, precious lady. I really feel like you're a very close friend now, and I'm so thankful to know all of the people that's in that paint world. And so the video, back to the boot camp, I was like, okay, I'm thinking, I had started making a couple of videos, and on your channel, I would send them to your sister, and so I think I had like 4 out there, and they were actually videos that I had made, and not the kind that you edit. And so I thought in my brain, oh, I know what I'm doing, but it takes me like a whole 2 weeks to even edit this stuff. I thought, I know what I'm doing, so I don't probably really need to go to the boot camp because it's about video. Boy, was I ever wrong. So I remember you texted me, and you may have called. I don't know. You was like, "You really need to come to video boot camp. You really need to. You need to build your YouTube." So I thought, oh my gosh. So I told Art, I said, she really says I really need to come to boot camp. And he said, well, go. I'm like, go. He said, go. So, of course, you know, we were excited. And oh my gosh, that was just, that was a trip of a lifetime. But I got there thinking I knew what I was doing. I had zero clue when I got there. You know, I only had my phone, which I still work off of my phone on iMovie. And I'm just saying, if you even think you want to go to boot camp, think no longer. You need to go. It's amazing. The whole, just from the beginning to the end, it was just cram packed with knowledge, and just so much knowledge that we gleaned from. But I did find out real quick that I wasn't making videos right. So I did start posting. And back to, I know you just asked me another question about what happened this past week. I made a video for the pigment powder, and I sent it to you. You uploaded, and of course I had to fix my thumbnail because it wasn't right. And so I fixed it because Debbie said fix it. And you'll learn all of this in boot camp. You're going to learn every bit of this, how to make a thumbnail. I didn't even know what a thumbnail was. I thought a thumbnail was that, you know, I didn't know what a thumbnail was. But she uploaded it, and literally it was less than 12 hours. I started getting subscribers. And just go back to the video boot camp, I think I had like 125 subscribers when I first went to boot camp. And by the time I got home, I had over 200 and 300 maybe, I don't know. And since boot camp, I've been trying to put one at least once a week or every 10 days or so. I kind of failed this last couple weeks, but it has, you know, the subscribers has been growing. So this week, when you uploaded the video, I had, I don't know, like 400 maybe subscribers, I think, at that point. And you uploaded, and literally just, it was within 12 hours, I had already started seeing orders like for pigment powder coming in. And it was like crazy. It was like, oh my gosh. It was like every few minutes the little cha-ching button was hitting. I was going, what? I had to go order more pigment powders, because it's like stuff was rolling in less than 24 hours. I think it was over $700, just less than, I mean, literally less than 24 hours. It was over $700 worth. And my subscribers went from 400 and something. Now they're 525 today. So it was just like, it was just unstinking believable. So I'm just saying it was amazing. And 55% or 60%, like the stats you were talking about, that was driven from YouTube. And that was amazing. So I've been seeing orders come in steady since then. I'm just excited about it. So if you want to go to boot camp, you don't just think, go. You need to go.
Yes. One of the things that we offer, I offer this to my DIY paint retailers, but also people who attend boot camp, is if you want to make a video for my YouTube channel, we will put that up, and in that video you can invite people to subscribe to your channel, and we'll put all the links to your website and whatnot so that you can use our platform as a jumping off point. Somebody did that for me when I first started. It was a much bigger craft channel. I think I had 100 subscribers, and I posted a video channel, and in about 24 hours, I had 1,000 new subscribers. Wow. And the power of that, like I was saying, YouTube is evergreen. And so the gals who work at the shop the other day, Carice was saying, did you make a video using the seashell mold? Because that's all we have orders for. And it's like, yes, I did. You know, wow. So it's very powerful, but I continue to get orders from other videos, and it's exponential, and it really, really, like, it very much helps your business grow. Yes. Sometimes on Facebook, it's different. Facebook is also extremely powerful, but it has a shelf life. So you do a Facebook Live and it reaches people for a week maybe, and then it dies off.
Right.
So this is the great thing about YouTube, is that it's evergreen. And Cristy is amazing. And if you're not subscribed to her, you need to be, because she will just put a smile on your face and create beautiful things and show you how to do it. And I just love her. You can go watch the video that she made. It's the last video that we posted using the pigment powders. All the links are there to subscribe to her. Please do so. Cristy, I love you.
I love
Thank you for sharing. Is there anything you want to say before we bring up Mara LaFay? Mara, if you're watching, go ahead and click the link so I can bring you up.
Just go to boot camp. You won't regret it. I know there's a lady that's, I don't know if Leslie is still on here. She actually lives just down the road from me, and she found, started buying paint when she realized I was in town. And so we've kind of been back and forth, and I just saw her on here saying, "Oh, I wish I could go." I'm like, Leslie, you need to go.
Yes.
So, I want to go.
I want to say one more thing before Cristy gets off. When she was talking about how I made her change her thumbnail, the reason why, and this is just a little tidbit from boot camp that I teach, when you're on YouTube and you see that thumbnail, that's like the billboard. Like when you're driving down the freeway, you see a billboard. If a billboard has a whole bunch of script on it and there's no way you can possibly read it while you're on the freeway, you're not going to, it's useless. Like billboards are expensive to make, and nobody's going to read your billboard if it has too much going on, or if it's not bold and simple. And so part of the reason why I asked Cristy to post her video to my channel is she created this amazing piece of furniture. When I saw it, I call it a scroll stopper. I just stopped on Facebook. I'm like, wow. And so when you post a video to my channel, I ask you to send me the thumbnail, the description, so I can copy and paste, and the video file. And so when she sent me the thumbnail, her piece of furniture was like tiny. You could not even see it. It was a side angle, and she had a big picture of the pigment powders. And I'm like, Cristy, what's up with the thumbnail? She's like, well, I thought you wanted it to be about the pigment powders. And had I posted it that way, the view count would be much lower, because there's a whole method behind thumbnails and the type of thumbnails people click on. And what's the cry and shame is if you go to all the work to make a YouTube video and you edit it and you make this beautiful piece of furniture and you spend a whole week doing it, and then your thumbnail doesn't do it justice. It may be a video that could go viral, but if nobody's clicking on it in the first place, it's a lost opportunity. And so those are the kind of things that we show you how to do in boot camp that are really important. All right, Cristy, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to bring up Mara, and then we're going to wrap this up. I see Mara there. She also attended boot camp. So thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you for having me. I love you.
I love you too. Okay, here is Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. She is my last guest tonight, and she's going to talk about her experience. And she has an interesting story to tell about her Facebook page getting hacked and losing her 12,000 followers. So I'm going to bring her up now. There you are. I can hear you. Yes, you're I saved, what is that saying? Last but not something.
Last but not least.
Yeah, last but not least. Yes.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you guys. I'm technology challenged, as you know. So I had my phone ready to go and I couldn't get on. So I'm actually standing behind the counter at our shop, and I locked the door so that nobody can come in, so that I can do this with you. So I don't have to background, but I'm here.
That's okay. I want to say quickly about Mara. I have seen her teach. I've been to her in-person classes. I've watched her on Facebook, and she is one of the best teachers you could ever hope for. If you go to take a workshop, you want to take one from Mara. Like, she is just a born teacher, and she has the gift of gab, and she's got all these sayings that I find myself repeating, like don't eat the devil's candy, and many other things. We went to France together, and she's just one of those natural people in front of the camera. And she was doing lives, and I was again saying, you need to do a YouTube channel, you need to do a YouTube channel, people would love you. But technology, what was the thing that was keeping you back? And I know that I'm super not tech savvy. And if I can do it, literally anybody can do it. And so I was just like, Mara, you need to do YouTube. And so I'm going to let Mara take it from here. You need to follow her, Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, on YouTube and Facebook. Mara, will you tell the story a little bit of your first Facebook page and where you're at now and what camp was like for you?
Yes. So my Facebook page I'd had for 3 years. I was going consistently because the only way you're going to build is, like a lot of you said, just to connect with people. I was going live regularly. 3 years later, I was at about 12,000 people. And Debbie and I had met, I want to say, well, actually, when our store first opened, you were here at my grand opening with Jamie and Sab. And there was a line, by the way, there was a line out the door, and it wasn't to meet me. Just saying, just saying. But so I met you then, and Debbie kept saying, you got to go to YouTube. You got to make YouTube videos. I was like, oh God, I can barely even work my phone, much less a YouTube video. My first live was awful. I had mold sliding down my furniture piece, and people, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. It was awful. So the thought of making live content with nobody there was really hard for me. And then the technology stuff, forget about it. It was crazy. And I knew that she was right. But I am, who else? The queen of procrastination. I procrastinated and I procrastinated. Even though I knew she was right, I still procrastinated. Well, my Facebook page got hacked. I lost 12,000 followers and I had to start over again. And I just feel like, you know.
How long ago was this, Mara?
What's that?
When did that happen?
That happened, I want to say, I kind of blocked out the date, but I want to say it was about 12 weeks ago.
Yeah, not long.
Not long ago. It was just before boot camp. Before boot camp, because I really felt like we don't always know what's going to happen, but God always knows what's going to happen. And I always tell you this, Debbie, he always makes provision and he always makes a way. And I just felt like when that happened to me, I was devastated. But it wasn't by accident that the video boot camp was literally like within weeks afterwards, or maybe even the next month. I'm not even sure how it worked out, but it was very, very close. And I was like, okay, so when one door closes, another one opens. So I thought, I got to take the plunge. And it was really with your encouragement that I did it, because I didn't really want to do it. You knew I wouldn't. But I did it anyway. And I'm so happy that I did. And I'm still not where I need to be. Like, I can't, just because of all the stuff that's going on right now and rebuilding our page and we're moving our shop, I cannot be consistent yet. But I will tell you that just in the last month, I have had, since my boot camp video hit, just last month alone, I have had 100 subscribers, new subscribers in a month. And that's huge. I mean, it's the power of video. I can't even tell you. And take it from someone who didn't want to do it. You got to do it. You got to push.
I didn't want to do it.
I
would have never done it if I literally felt like everything was going to fall apart if I didn't do something drastic.
Right. Well, that's kind of the position that I was forced to be in. I was forced to do it. I had, like Lynne had said, Facebook was good to me. But then when it got yanked out from underneath me, I thought, well, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And it just doesn't make sense to have all your efforts going into one place, because you know what? You never know what's going to happen. So it was the right time. It was the right place. It was with the right people. And then I live 40 minutes from you. So, I mean, there was no excuse. I didn't have the excuse of, well, I got to get a plane ticket. I mean, I'm right there. So, but the relationships that were formed, I learned things that might have taken me 10 times longer to learn. But I think the thing that I love the most is the camaraderie and the relationships that were formed. But I also love the fact that even after video boot camp was over, because I need to do things like over and over and over again to get it, that, Debbie was there to help me. You can go into the group, the group, if you're doing an online class, the group is open. So you can go in and post your questions, and there's always somebody who is willing to help you. And that's huge for me, because a lot of times you take a class and you pay your money and the class is over, and then it's like, sayonara, you're on your own, but that didn't happen. When you need help is available. And it's a blessing.
So part of video boot camp is everybody creates their video, and then after the video is filmed and created, and I show you how to set up your phone so you can film at different angles and do the voiceovers, then that we do the next day, we do the part where you get in front of the camera. So I pull everyone up for about 15-20 minutes all day long, and I just kind of coach you through your on-camera part, explaining your video. And when I pulled Mara up, it was like she had been doing it forever. Like, Mara has the gift, and I don't. I struggle even now after hundreds of videos. I have to edit out half the mumbling that I do and the ums and the ahs. But Mara just like, she's just like a one-take wonder. She's just like, if you go watch her video, you'll see it's hilarious. Like, for me, when I cut stuff out, it's clear to me what needs to be cut out, because most of it is still bad, and I have a little few nuggets that I can leave in. With Mara, it's like, what are you going to cut out? It's all good. And so she has that gift. But what you were struggling with, and why I wanted you to come to camp, was you didn't believe that you could do the technology part. And seriously, I am so not inclined. Like, I still to this day yell and cry, and I saw some tears form at camp, and I'm like, Mara, I've been there. But I knew, like, once you get over it, you tell yourself lies. Like, most of the things that keep me from moving forward are the lies that I tell myself. And I knew that you could get it. Some of us don't get it quite as fast, and that's why we have camp. Because I want all the people like me who would, you know, it's like, if you guys knew Mara and you just go on her Facebook page for a second, or you watch one of her videos, you're going to be coming back, because she's skilled at what she does. She knows how to explain it. She's fun to watch. And the only thing holding this woman back is the tech side. And like, that would be a crying shame for Mara to never get in front of the camera because she doesn't want to deal with the tech side. And so that's
thinking.
Yes,
it was
thinking. That's one of her things. And so when I saw her crying at camp, it was like, oh, no, we are going to figure this out together. And that's my heart. I want the people who are, you know, struggling with those same things that I did, whether it's getting in front of the camera or just learning how to push the buttons, come to camp. You can do it. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your laptop. Mara, do you feel like you have a better grasp now? I mean, I know it's constant learning, but does it seem like the scary monster that it did before you came to camp?
Absolutely. It has just dispelled so many of the stinking thinkings that I believed. I mean, I never thought that I would be able to put a video together, and I still struggle with some things, but you've helped me so much, you know, and just hearing other people's ideas, you know, try this and try this. And I have so much of a better understanding of how to put a video together. And I've even, like, in my head, I even kind of like made myself like a little template. Like, I do this, this, and this, and it's easier for me to film in shorter clips because I can get a 2 or 3 minute clip without having to edit it than to do a whole long hour and have to chop it all up. So I've kind of found my own groove in it, which is really kind of fun. Yeah.
And I want to say that, like, I will give you a formula, but I want you to tweak that formula to meet your needs, because we are all different. We all have different personalities and different workflows. So it's not like I'm giving you, like, this is the golden formula, this is what you need to follow, but I'm giving you that structure so that you can customize it to what works for you.
Well, not even the structure, just the how to find things, where to get this and where to get that, and how to slow it down, and how to add music behind it, and how to throw up your website on there. I mean, I don't know how long it would have taken me to figure that stuff out. You know, I get the filming part, but the tech stuff was just invaluable. I'm even thinking I need to go again for like a refresh.
Well, you know, we'd love to have you. All right, you guys. So we've been on here over an hour, and I'm so grateful that all of you, like, the view count has grown and not shrunk. And sometimes I feel like, oh, am I blabbing too much? But if you are interested in coming to camp, Canice has been posting the link in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. You can go to my website, DIY a Go-Go, and hit workshops. We have just 14 seats. I know we've sold tickets. We like to keep it small because I want to do what I was talking about with Mara. I want to be there for you and make sure that I can help you find that button and find those links and go through all the technology stuff. If you can't make it, we also have an online ticket, and we have a great setup to stream live to you. We keep this private group open for 6 months so that you can take the course on your time schedule. You can go back and rewatch things. That Facebook group is open for you if you come in person or you come just virtually with us. But I hope you consider it, because it has been the single most powerful thing that I have done to grow my business.
Yeah.
My store would have been closed long ago had I not got in front of the camera. I would never know Mara or Dionne or any of the people that I've brought up. It's a wonderful way to connect with people and spread your message, whatever it is. So if you are considering it, I hope you come. And if you have questions, just put them in the comments and I will do my best to answer those questions. Mara, thank you so much for helping me wrap this up.
I love you. Bye,
I
friend.
love you too. All right, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you have any questions, like I said, put them in the comments. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, you guys, I am going to say goodbye. If you have any concerns or questions or things that you're hesitant about, I would love to answer those questions for you. You can put them in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. You can email us at hello@DIYagogo. The dates are September 7th through the 10th. We purposely did that after Labor Day because that's when all the flights and the hotel rates fall. It's a beautiful time of year in San Diego. It's at my shop in Encinitas, California. And we have all the information about it in the links that have been posted. So thank you so much for sticking with me. It's so good to see your faces. I see so many comments that I didn't get a chance to answer, but I am going to try and answer those tonight after my store closes. I can't, in live feed, I don't think I can reply to comments, but go back and look at the comments under the video on YouTube, in Facebook, for my answers, because I will put them there and try and tag you. So thank you so much. All right, bye.